welcome to Slayerfest 98. I'm Ian Carlos Crawford.
I'm Mae, but not in a sexy way, because she's gay, Schultz. And we're here talking Buffy Season 5, Episode 11, Triangle, with a very special guest, the host of All Bronze, No Brains.
Tony Webster.
Welcome,
Hi.
Tony. Thanks for joining
Thank you for
us.
having me.
Of
Uh,
course.
you said that season 5 is one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, season 5 is hands down my favorite season.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it so
It's
much.
so good.
And even with episodes like this where we're not really advancing the plot, it's still fucking fun, right? Like,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about this episode is that it's fun. It feels like one of the season 1 or 2 episodes where we're having a good time, we're being a little silly. We have some nice emotional beats, but they're a little bit lighter
yeah.
mm,
than in other episodes. And I think that's a nice break after Into the Woods.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
And like, I mean, she's not, but we are led to believe the mother is now over her cancer. So like after
right.
all that, yeah, it's like okay, let's have a fun episode with like a goofy
Yeah.
monster. Sure.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah,
Give
and
me a
just
stupid troll. Okay.
a consistently light-hearted sense of humor. Like Dawn and Buffy making fun of Joyce about her bathrobe starting to
Yeah.
smell. It's just it feels real.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony, tell me, what were your overall thoughts? What are your overall thoughts on this episode?
I love Triangle because it's like my go-to like slip in, like you were
Oh,
saying,
really?
easy peasy watch, like mid-season 5. It's a bit like it gets you over the emotional whiplash from the last few episodes,
Yeah.
I feel like, so you can just kind of relax before we get into the back half of the season. But yeah, I've just always loved Triangle. It's one that really sticks in my memory of watching with my sister, like in my bedroom, like and just like laughing. And I love like the lore that it plants for like the rest of the series because obviously we get the hammer and we get
Hmm.
Anya's history. So yeah, it's yeah, I love it.
Yeah, the last episode of Thanks for the Memories I was on was Selfless. So it's fun to have talked so much about that, where you find out more of Anya and Olaf's backstory,
Hmm.
and then come to talk about this, where you like originally find out about it.
Yeah,
Yeah. When people knock season 7, I'm always like, I understand the critiques of the last half, but I think that first half is like pretty strong with like episodes like
Hmm.
that and conversations with dead people.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so this is the first time covering it with guests instead. The first time we went through it, I had Jane Espenson on for this. And so she
Right.
talked about the episode. And I don't know, it's always really fun hearing her talk. I feel like she writes Anya the best,
Yeah.
hmm
right? Like, I don't know what it is, but like,
Which makes me wonder, and no shade to Jane, as someone who has autism, it makes me wonder if Jane herself has autism because Anya, especially in this episode, her autism is like at 11. And
yeah.
it's amazing because I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God, I feel so akin to her in so many moments in this episode where I'm like, no, you can't misbehave while like dad's out of town or we're gonna get in trouble.
May, I did think of you numerous times with stuff like that when Anya I was like, oh, I'm glad May's on for this one.
Thank you.
And you do make a good point. Like maybe she can write it so authentically because
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Hey,
Um,
people write from their experience
Mhm.
sometimes.
and she has said that like Emma Caulfield was like one of her favorite actors to write for too, because she always knew she could like sell a ridiculous line. And I mean, she
Mhm.
really can, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so we open on Xander and Anya in bed. And to your point, May, I like that Anya is like genuinely asking Xander what like I've seen people not like that Anya says maybe it's her, but I think she's just like asking. I don't think she's being
There,
judgmental, right?
no, there's absolutely no judgment there. She's just trying to very autistically parse out why Buffy's relationships keep not working out. What
Mhm.
is going on that negative things keep happening, that she cannot seem to hold on to a partner. And yeah, I mean, it's a fair question to ask. Maybe it is her. And I won't get too much into it, but I'm dealing with the loss of a very important relationship in my life right now, and I've lost a lot of important relationships in my life in the last few years. And it was just that really hit me, especially because I've been like, what's wrong with me? Why does
Yeah,
this
yeah.
keep happening to me? So yeah, I think it's a fair question for her to ask. And I think also in some of these moments, it's very clear that Xander, while they did not make him gay, is a closeted bisexual who always ends up falling for these kind of beefy dudes.
I feel like he always wants to fuck Buffy's boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to hate fuck Angel, and I think he wanted to love fuck Riley.
Yes, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Riley. It was like
Yeah.
Riley. It was like I have hard eyes. Can we kiss and snuggle?
Hmm.
And I think same thing with Spike with Angel, where it's the hate fuck. Like he would hate fuck
Hmm.
Spike.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
and I gotta say the thing I really like about this as well is we don't often get the characters in a scene like this. There is a
Hmm.
lot of
Mm.
like these smaller scenes where they're discussing what has been happening or what has happened. And the show often just doesn't have time to do that a lot, right? I don't think it's like to the detriment, but it's nice seeing that in this, that like Xander and Anya are talking about it. Dawn is talking about it to Buffy. Tara
Hmm.
asks Buffy. And we don't get a lot of that, honestly. And usually the Scoobies in general, and this is just them, they usually breeze past. They're just like, well, that was a bad thing. Let's not talk about
Yeah.
it. And so I
Yeah.
like seeing them talk about it.
And that's why they end up in emotional turmoil so much because they don't clearly communicate when they should.
Yeah. I
Ah.
I kind of loved like rewatching this now that I'm significantly older than when I first watched it. And when they say things like, oh, the relationship debris is piling up on Buffy Highway, I'm like, she's had two boyfriends.
I know.
I'm like, by that age, I'm like, must have been on at least like 15 or 16. I'm just like, all fields, all awful.
Yeah, yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like, because it is Xander, to his credit, he's like, well, she's just on a journey. He like doesn't blame Buffy. And
Mhm.
all I could think of was, well, she's still got more journey to journey, Jesus Christ. Like we haven't
Yeah.
even got to Spike yet. Fuck.
No, God, I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, but Spike in this episode is so ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does he say? He like wonders what she'll do, and then we cut to the fake out of like a nun with a blonde curl, and I love that
Mhm.
it's not her.
Okay,
Um,
what is Buffy's blouse in this convent
May,
scene?
my
You
notes,
knew I
and
was gonna hate it. You knew it.
uh-huh. I put LOL that shirt. What is this? In all caps. And I knew you were gonna talk about it. I was like, May's gonna have something to say about this shirt.
It's so it looks like they got it off a sale rack that had been hiding at the Express since 1997. That's what that shirt looks like. And the color's nice. It looks nice on her skin. But otherwise, no, honey,
Yeah.
no.
It's so shiny. I don't
It,
understand.
yeah, as someone who went through a phase in junior high of wearing shiny button-up shirts, especially to school dances, I can honestly say, Buffy, please don't.
Yeah. It's very like my first office job, and you have to go and buy
Yes.
like
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
accurate.
That's exactly what it is.
And I love that after she saves the nun, she's like, what is the word she says? Now I forget what it is. Because I didn't,
Abjuring men.
right.
How's the abjuring
During
going?
going, right.
Um, fine.
um,
Yeah, all of the jokes here about Buffy considering taking the veil are just how's the food?
yeah.
Fucking funny.
uh, Post credits, we see Giles is telling her he's leaving. The Watchers Council wants him to go see them. I do like the beat of her when she says something like, "Didn't you just hear? I said it's the end of the world." I like when she's like cute, sassy with Giles.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Think
Well,
it's
and I
funny.
always
Yeah.
love a Buffy Giles training scene because kind of like how Cronenberg's sex scenes are dialogue scenes. Buffy training
Yeah,
scenes
yeah.
are usually
Hmm.
dialogue scenes where we're getting important information and we're watching a comical physical
Yeah.
interaction.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it
and
really is like your awkward parent like trying to like talk you through your breakup and they don't really know what to say because they know that's not going to be the only one that you're going to
mhm.
have, you know.
They mean well, but
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I also love when Giles is talking about the library and she's like, "No, don't start talking about the books again. You get all." And sometimes there's drool.
yeah. So they go out to the Magic Box main floor and he tells the Scoobies that he's going to London. We get the start of our Anya and Willow bickering. I wrote down I have finesse. I have finesse coming out of my bottom.
I love Willow talking about how helpful she can be and talking about her like color-coded notes in different pens, which some people have described as insane. And Tara goes, "I said quirky."
Okay.
And that's just like that's such a cute girlfriend interaction because I've had interactions like that where I'm like, hey, this is how I do things, and I think it's smart, but this person thinks I'm insane, and they're like, no, I said it was interesting.
Yeah.
For the heated rivalry coverage that we're doing, I Joe Ordana is co-hosting it with me, and I sent him one of my like intro pitch letter emails, and he texts me, "I'm halfway through your email, and I just wanted to say you're insane." And he was like, "It's really well done, but who boy?" I was like, "Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair."
Thanks.
Yeah, and I like that once Anya and Willow start bickering, everyone's kind of like, peace. Giles
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm gonna find out about my flags. Xander's like, how's the slaying going, Buffy? That also feels really real to a friend group when it's like, there's not one that's the like, oh, nobody likes this one, so we're gonna like
Hmm.
take like Xander's not gonna take a side in this, and like this, I doesn't happen often. I like Xander in this episode. I think he's like
Yeah.
because I like that
I
he
don't
doesn't.
like
I don't know. Good.
my memory of watching this is I always felt like I felt very equal between Willow and Anya, but rewatching it, I definitely feel more like on Anya's side than Willow's. And I don't know if it's maybe just when you're older and you get more used to people being passive aggressive that you can identify it more. But I was watching it being like, she's actually being kind of a bitch.
See,
Yeah, Willow is uncharacteristically mean in this episode, and I feel
Hmm.
like that only specifically comes out around Anya because she still has this weird insecurity that Xander is hers.
yeah.
He was her best friend, he was her first love, and she can feel compersion for him in this relationship with Anya, but
Mm.
she still has this weird leftover jealousy that comes from that long history of being part of each other's lives. And I think, especially when it's a situation where she has the opportunity to one up Anya, she's going to do
Mm.
her damnedest. And I think that's a fault that we see in Willow because this is not the only time it comes out. She always feels like she
Yeah.
has to prove herself to the people around
Hmm.
her so that they don't keep seeing her as that sad nerd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
No,
it's always to her detriment.
the thing I like, May, that I feel like you and I especially relate to is what you just mentioned the like, Willow still gets jealous, even though, as Anya says, not in a sexy way, she's gay now. Like, I feel like we don't see that a lot in TV shows where it's like, yeah, there's nothing sexual, but yeah, the friend's jealous. Like, we don't see that a lot unless it's
Hmm.
painted as one's being crazy or an asshole or whatever. And I like that we land on no, Willow does love him
Mhm.
and she's jealous. Like
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you can be jealous of the attention that someone is giving to someone else in their life, even if the nature of their relationship is different.
Yeah.
And like, you don't have to be poly or a relationship anarchist for that to be the case.
No, not at
Mm.
all. And I just like seeing it where it's not really portrayed. I mean, Willow's being kind of a dick, but like
Hmm.
her jealousy isn't portrayed as like her being me. Her like that's not portrayed as bad. That's just like it is what it is.
Yeah.
kind of
Mm.
thing. And I like that. So I feel like a lot of other shows would be like, oh, Willow, that's crazy. What are you doing?
Hmm.
And like we don't do that here, which I like.
No, and
Um,
I also like that both Xander and Tara are like, y'all got to
yes.
figure this out. This is
Hmm.
not our place to fix for you. And I think that's, a rare moment of maturity for
Yes.
Xander
Yes.
Hmm.
and very in line with Tara's character.
I was gonna say, yeah, that it tracks for Tara fully.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I really like these dynamics. And again, this show is so good that like this doesn't advance the overall plot. I'm sure this would be considered, I don't know, a not good episode because it doesn't do that if it was like a show that was on Netflix now. But I like that we can just sit with the character and we're progressing the
Hmm.
characters because that is important to the story. Just not in 2026 because shows only have 10 episodes. So we don't do that a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so we get the Summers house moment, and Tony, you mentioned
Hmm.
it, or May, you mentioned it. So they mock Joyce, which is cute, and then Dawn follows Buffy to her room. I want you both to know that this became a joke to anyone who's lived with me. If I
What you
was like
doing?
in my room and someone asked me what I was doing, I would always say playing soccer. So much so that my last roommate, my straight best friend Kevin, would be like, "What are you doing?" And don't say playing soccer. Like that would always like the full ask would be end with "Don't say playing soccer."
The way she says it too is so perfect. It's just like so off the cuff. She's not even going like wink wink with it. She's
Yeah,
she's sitting there reading a
Yeah.
magazine. She just casually says playing soccer.
yeah. Doesn't skip a beat. Like
Yeah.
there's no humorous like, aha,
Hmm.
I was funny. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Which also feels very sisterly, right? Like it feels very
Hmm.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
familial love.
Hmm.
And again, we get this scene. I mean, I know I'm an annoying Dawn defender. I mean, you are too, May, right? We both are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony, I forget where you stand on this.
I actually love Dawn.
Okay, good.
Right.
Yeah.
I always like I end up defending characters that are she's not my favorite, but I still love her. And like I think this especially, I mean, this is still pretty early on in her time
Journey.
on the show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I really like that she is genuinely asking her sister, like, oh, you took the pictures down. I think I would have done that faster. Oh, does like because it was sudden or you saw it coming, does that make it easier? Like I don't know. We Buffy and Dawn especially at this point have never had a scene like that, and I
No,
really
and
appreciate it.
what pisses me off about this is it shows how, Buffy says stop being insightful.
Yeah.
It's creepy, but like it shows how
Yeah.
insightful and emotionally intelligent Dawn can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's another thing that only really happens when Jane writes her
Mm.
because
Mm.
everyone else treats her like a dumb kid and Jane treats her like an autonomous human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
That's really smart, May. I hadn't thought about that, but
Yeah,
you
it
are
is.
right. Yeah.
It
Thanks.
really. I was just thinking, like, and kind of like to bounce off something you were saying, Ian, about we wouldn't probably get an episode like this nowadays, with them being so short and there not being room for characters to breathe. But I think one of the things I take away from this episode too is just how much it's like a relationship enforcer for like we get the sisterly relationship with Dawn with the scene we have, Giles and Buffy doing the training. We get so many great scenes obviously between Anya and Willow, and it's just like it's really placing the dynamics. It's it's doing it very obviously, but also kind of low key as well. And I
Yeah.
Hmm.
just think, yeah, not nowadays we don't get like enough of that to really like be with the characters. So even though I think that's maybe why I do love it, like even there's a lot of weak episodes that I love that people would say are weak, but I'm just like
Same.
I just love them.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
because these characters are so rewarding to spend time with. And so
Yes.
when you get these character development episodes that aren't moving the main season
Hmm.
plots forward, you really get to just kind of bask in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just even, I mean, I know that we say this a lot. I feel like it's like a common talking point that, well, shows with 10 episodes, we got more when we had 22. I don't think every show did it so well. I think there were a lot of shows that maybe could have benefited from 10 episodes back then. Like
Yeah.
there are a lot of shows that like circle the drain where I'm like, this is bad, this is boring. Like, but Buffy like could have had like 50 episode seasons and like half of them could have been no overall plot and just like characters doing wacky shit. And I would have loved it because
Mhm.
like you're both saying, it's like we spend time with them, we see them develop. We see, like I mentioned in the opening, I like that we're seeing Anya ask these questions genuinely. We
Hmm.
have that moment where we're not wasting time. It's not like there's a monster outside their door and she's like,
Right.
what do you think? And it's
Hmm.
like, ugh. It's like they're just like lying in bed together. And I same thing with Dawn. She just like sits on her sister's bed and you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really appreciate that. You know, we're covering Angel season 4. A show like Angel, could have benefited from a lot of things, but
I wasn't going to say it when you were talking about examples of shows that don't do as good of a job with that sort of thing. And I'm just sitting here like, don't say Angel, don't say Angel.
so we get Spike with. I need to know both y'all's take on Spike because I both am charmed by this version of Spike, who there's a little bit of Anya to it, which I understand why the crazy shippers feel that way, where it is a little bit like he is learning to have us, like he's learning
Hmm.
what people with souls do, where he's like, oh, I should apologize to her. That's what I should do, but then fucks it up. And then it's like, all right, let me try that again, apologizing to
Mhm.
her. And I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of charmed by that, but I also understand why people who really hate him are like, no, that's creepy. Like I get both sides of that.
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to learn to be more of a person. He's trying to figure out all of these aspects of emotional intelligence that he
Hmm.
hasn't had to tap into for over 100
Yeah.
years. I can never remember what year he gets turned, but yeah, I mean, he was a sweet, sensitive, hopeless
Hmm.
romantic poet, and he never lost the hopeless romantic part, but he
Yes.
did partially lose the sweet, sensitive part.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah.
And he's trying to get back in touch with that, and it's hard. It's
Yeah.
it's hard when that's been kind of pushed out of yourself to
Yeah.
reconnect with it. So yeah, I think this is a little weird, it is a little creepy, and it also makes sense, and
May,
it
Yeah.
also is funny.
that was like a beautiful like wrapping of that package. Like it is
Thank
all of
you.
those things, and then here's the bow because it's also funny.
I
I
know.
yeah,
I'm like, I need to remember to speak because I'm just like sitting, like listening to May talk. I'm like, oh my God, this is good.
I gotta be honest. I love it when I come on this podcast and I say stuff and people are like, "Wow, you're smart." It's very validating. Now, who wants to pay for me to go to school so I can become a therapist?
I
Uh,
agree kind of with what you're saying, May. Like I think it's the intention for like Spike in this scene. Like his intention is genuinely to try and figure out this part of his humanity, which I think is a nice kind of parallel between Anya and Dawn and Spike, is that they're all kind of in their infancy, in their humanness. And
mm-hmm.
it's kind of really cute to see people, these three different people try to work. Oh, that's another triangle. I just thought of
Mm-hmm.
that these three different people try to work that out in their own way from their different experiences. I just thought it's very it's so it's well written because it's not at the forefront of your thought. It's only when I think you think about it afterwards. It kind of
Yeah.
struck me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I love that you brought up that is another triangle. There's all of these groupings of three people who are trying to figure shit out in different ways, and it all overlaps nicely.
It does, and I hadn't really thought of this angle till the three of us were talking about it. But yeah, it's almost like
This
um
triangle.
yeah, yeah. It's almost like the beginning of Hush when Maggie Walsh is like, so this is what it is. It's about communication, not talking. These are different things. And like everyone's trying to navigate their communication within relationships. Even Willow and Anya, who it is not a romantic relationship, that is, they're navigating their relationship as it pertains to kind of Xander. And they
Hmm.
know they have to deal with each other. So they know they have to, like, all right, well, if we're bickering, we're still gonna be in the same room together most days.
Hmm.
And I like that. I don't know. There's something about that I find very fun. So we go back to the magic box. Willow is doing spells. Anya is being very May.
Yeah.
You said
I
it in the beginning.
No, I know. I love it when Willow goes, "You're the fish," and she's referencing the Cat in the Hat, and Anya is like, "You're making literary references that I
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
possibly understand." And it's like, "Oh my God, yeah, this is me. I'm both
Yeah.
the fish from the Cat in the Hat and someone who doesn't understand the references someone is making because I have not had experience with that particular piece of pop culture." And it makes you feel like they think you're stupid. And
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
it's not a great feeling. So I understand why Anya is getting so frustrated here.
yeah.
And I also understand Tara like kind of being like, Anya, it's really not a big deal because Tara knows that what they're doing is important
Hmm.
and knows that Giles would trust them to do
Yes.
this.
I was about to ask because that's the only reason why I know that we're saying like Anya's not, but that's the only reason I do understand Willow's annoyance because I always come at it from Giles wouldn't care. He knows that this is helpful. So like that is okay. So that's the only place where I'm like, I don't know. I'd be annoyed if I were Willow too, probably.
Yeah. And Anya was left in charge of the magic box, and her job is to
Hmm.
take care of the store. And part of taking the store is not letting people use stuff without paying for it.
Right, right,
I think if they had cell phones, Willow would have
right.
texted Giles and been like, "Hey Giles, do you mind if I use this stuff? I'm working on a spell to help Buffy." Giles would have been like, "What are you using?" And she would have told him, and he would have been like, "I urge you to exercise caution, Willow."
Right, yeah.
But go ahead. And Anya
Yeah.
would have begrudgingly accepted it.
It would have been begrudgingly, you're right.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, she still wouldn't have been happy about it because, well, Giles is gone. She's the boss. And that was essentially going over her head to get permission to do something she doesn't think they should be doing.
I love this, and I do like that Tara's like, oh, because she is like, oh, come on, and then like fully backs out. Like once she realizes, ooh, they're like going at it, I am
Yeah.
stepping away, which then enters Xander. I always, this is such a minor note. I'm always charmed by when he sees Anya and Willow, and he's like, my two favorite girls, and then he sees Tara, and he's like, my three favorite girls.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
very charming to me because that's also
Hmm.
very real. It's like your best friend, your partner, and then like your best friend's partner who like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I just like that he like includes her. And Tara wouldn't have cared either way, but I
No.
like that he does.
Mhm.
Cute.
When Willow accidentally makes the cash register disappear and Anya flips out and she's like, "Look, it's back, no problem." And it obviously is like smoking. The receipt
Yeah.
paper is all over the place. And Anya goes, "Did you hurt the money?"
With the money.
God, I love it. I still maintain that Anya being such an enthusiastic capitalist does not jive with her essentially starting the Russian Revolution. But it's okay. It's fine. She's just trying to enjoy being a human. And unfortunately, part of being a human under capitalism is having and using money.
Having to partake in it.
Mm-mm.
I feel like it's like we all go through phases, right? Like sometimes for a while I was, wearing a seatbelt belt. I would never do that again. But like, maybe
Yeah.
this would have been her capitalism phase that she would have gone past
Yeah.
it eventually if she survived season 7.
Aw.
Xander also is like, I'm not getting involved. I love that he leaves and Tyra's like, I think you have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna leave too. Like I'm just like, oh, poor Tara. She does not know how to handle this.
Hmm.
No, Tara, I think, is very conflict averse.
Yeah.
And, we talked a lot about this when we covered family, but you can understand why with the family
Right.
that she's coming from. She had
Yeah.
to shrink herself and avoid conflict at all costs because she knew she would get punished.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I also get the sense that like Tara doesn't want to say anything because she doesn't want to tell Willow that there's a part of her that's in the wrong. It's like not wanting to, it's like say nothing rather than get yourself in trouble with your girlfriend.
Right. Yeah, that is not the moment to be direct and upfront with your girlfriend when she's in the middle of the conflict. That's a private conversation.
Right. To be
Yeah.
like, baby, you were being a little unfair. But
Well,
yeah,
and
if my
again, that
partner said that
speaks.
during a fight, I would have been like,
Oh, God.
ah!
Right.
Yeah.
And that again speaks to Tara's emotional intelligence and maturity, that she understands you don't always name things in the moment.
Right. Because
Mhm.
I also think Tara would not want to hurt Anya's feelings either.
No,
She like,
no.
I think she, even if Anya was fully wrong, I don't think she still would have jumped in. I think she
Yeah.
later still would have been like, yeah, Willow, honey, you were right. I just didn't want to
Yeah.
put myself
Yeah.
in the middle or piss anyone off. Yeah, so she makes the cash register disappear, which is funny because when we had Jane on for this episode, she couldn't remember if the cash register actually disappeared or not because it disappeared in her script because she had a note that said we can't afford that effect. But it's in
Oh
the
gosh.
episode.
Yeah.
So I
It's so
wonder,
funny. We can't afford that effect of what, a puff of smoke and
right?
someone in between cuts moving
Right. I can't imagine that's that much of a expensive effect.
it? No.
Yeah.
Um, do we even get? We don't get a vamp. No, we do get a vamp staked, but do we see it staked? Get
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
handed
we
us?
do. It
Okay,
actually, it's at the convent, and
right.
it's one of the better looking ones.
So that
Mm.
means it probably was. What was it? Something like 15,000.
$8,000.
So yeah, it might have been eight. Something. It was like a pretty big number for like a one-off effect they used a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So also maybe they're saving that budget for our big fight at the end and
Yeah.
Glory punching through walls.
Yeah.
Olaf pops up, smashes some shit, screams, and leaves.
Yeah.
I love this actor. He's one of those, oh, that guy
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, I'm just like, he's such a charming actor. Even when he's
Yeah.
playing a giant troll, you're like, I love this guy.
Yeah. So I only knew him as Jerry from ER, and I kind of
Mhm.
like grew up watching that late night. So seeing him in this, I was like, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
Jerry from ER.
Oh,
So
yeah.
cool.
I watched the original run of VR for like the first, I don't know, 10 seasons or something. And yeah, he was always one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was on ER.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cut to Sunnydale, University of Sunnydale, and we get one of the few but really good Tara Buffy friend moments.
Mhm.
Yep.
And again, Tara is the only major one of the Scoobies who we see actively being like, is it really that bad? Like, are you okay? Like, she's engaging with her about a breakup she went through. Granted, Buffy's not mad that Willow and Xander aren't engaging because Buffy would prefer you not.
Mhm.
But I think Tara, much like Giles, has the right personality that she can engage with Buffy about it without annoying Buffy. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she feels safe for
Yeah.
Buffy because she connects with her in a different way. They, Hmm, how do I explain this? They have enough distance between them and yet enough closeness
Yes.
that she can talk to her. She knows Tara's not going to judge her or look down on her or hold any of this against her. She's literally just trying to be supportive friend.
Yeah.
And I think it's
Yeah.
really important to have people in your community like that. You know, sometimes talking to your best friend about something isn't helpful because they know you too well
Yeah.
and they know what you actually need to do to figure your shit out. And they're just like, oh my God, just get there, just figure it out. And Tara's just like being gentle with Buffy and letting her feel what she needs to feel until she can figure it out herself.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Tara would be a really good therapist, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I would go to her. God, I would go to her forever. I feel like I do that with Amber when we're done recording. I'm like, oh, let me tell you all these problems I have because you're so nice.
I love seeing Buffy like steamroll into that the joke
Yes.
about the professor. I just think it's so indicative of Buffy's like personality that we haven't seen for a wee while. So I think it just feels so nice here.
Mhm.
Yes. Because the
Yeah, and
last few
also,
episodes, like we keep mentioning, the last few episodes were like pretty bleak, sad ones.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I we talk a lot about Sarah Michelle Gellar being so good as an actor, being able to cry on cue and always like really put the true emotion into it. And I think it's especially fun to see that here because,
Hmm.
yeah, she's crying. Yeah, she's sad, but it's also funny and it's
Yeah.
intentionally funny. And the way she's doing it, she's pulling it off. She's selling both sides of that. And when she says they have a miraculous love, and Tara goes, "What?" And she like lifts her face and says it again. It's pitch perfect Buffy comedy.
Yes, and you're right. There is like Sarah Michelle Gellar understands the difference because she can do the sad cry. She
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
can make us cry with her crying, but she knows this is goofier, so it is more over the top. And yeah, you're right. It like fully works, and it's still like I'm so charmed by her crying on Tara's shoulder and having to lift up her head to say the thing again.
Yep.
And Tara's like, "Oh, okay, honey." Like, also, I thought this is what you're gonna mention, Tony, when you say Buffy spiraling into the joke. Buffy's spiraling about like, wait, what happened with them? There's something wrong. Oh no, are they breaking up? Like that's me. Like I'm like immediately panicking and like going into like emergency mode. And
Yep.
she's like, I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry, Buffy. Like we cut to Willow and Anya in Giles's car, driving with the top down, which I love because why the fuck are you driving with the top down?
This entire scene is delightful.
Yes.
They're like angry at each other, buddy cop dynamic,
Yes.
Yeah.
and the hilarity of Anya driving for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm going to push the right pedal harder. I anticipate we will accelerate.
Willow's like, "Why did
Like,
you tell me you couldn't drive?" And she says, "I couldn't know if I couldn't know if I could until I tried it.
until I
Could I?"
tried.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I honestly, I could have give me like 10 more episodes like this where it's like they have to do a
Yeah.
thing together.
Mhm.
And like Willow, who's normally a lot more collected about this stuff, is just like there's like loose leaf paper together, just like flying out of the car. And I'm like, oh God.
Well, and you know why she's not collected about it? Because Giles is gone and she knows she's going to get into trouble when he gets back.
Hmm.
Yes, you're right. She is like the kid that knows he's getting in trouble.
Mhm. Yep.
Yep.
Or the dog that goes to like lay in the other room after like doing something bad.
Mhm.
I do like that Anya corrects her. I forget what Willow says he is, but she's like, no, he's a troll. And she like, I love when
Oh,
Anya can do that.
yeah. Willow calls him an ogre.
Oh,
Okay.
right. I like when we like have these casual reminders that like Anya knows her shit.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Go to the bronze. We see Spike and Xander. Like it's
I
kind of
just
like
wrote down, Xander, stop taking your shit out on Spike. Jesus fucking Christ.
it's like you kind of want to hang out with him, but you kind of don't, and like you need to
Yeah.
pick a lane. Like
Right. And
Yeah.
God, this is the beginning of Spike's obsession with bloomin' onions, which
yes.
always makes me laugh.
I think "Fool for Love" might have been the first mention of it. I think that he says to Buffy he really likes them. I
Mm.
think
Isn't that season 6?
no, in season
No.
5 when she's like wants to know about the Slayer he killed and they sit together.
Oh God,
I
I don't
think
know why I forgot that was season 5.
it could be something else.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
I think okay.
that's correct. That is the first mention. So this is another mention of that through line, which
The show does those things so well.
when he and Andrew are on that fucking motorcycle together.
Which
So
it makes
good.
so much sense to me because I'm obviously not from America. We don't really have blooming onions. But when I was in America and I went to TGI's and I got them, I was like obsessed. I was so fat when I lived in America because I was like going to TGI's like every single every
I
time I
mean,
could.
They are good.
if I liked onion rings, that would be like the greatest thing in the world
Ooh,
because the
yeah.
idea of it is amazing. If you did that to garlic, hell yes, I'm in.
I would be in, but I'd also have the worst stomach ache afterwards.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that for some people garlic relieves stomach pain and for other people it causes it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Bodies
Maybe
are
you're a
weird.
little bit vampire.
Oh yeah, that's
That's why my students think I'm so young. Ha ha. I like that Spike is like casually trying to be like, so what's Buffy think of the what's he say? The something in the ranks, the like the fighting.
Yeah,
And
he's basically trying to get the tea from Xander, and Spike is, of course, focusing on Buffy, and it's like, none of this is about Buffy.
Yeah.
which is like also, of course, Mike doesn't fucking care about
Right.
Xander's fight with Anya. Like, he barely likes any of them. Like maybe if Dawn and Joyce were involved, he might care
Yeah.
a little bit. But and I do
I
like
do
when
love when Spike's trying to relate to Xander and he says, like Drusilla was like this, and then Xander's like, yeah, well, she was insane. It's
And
like,
Spike just kind of looks at him like he wants to like fight back, but
yeah.
you can see on his face he's like, well, yeah.
Because I when I watched the show, I feel like as an adult I understand a little bit better. But when I watched the show, I always wanted them to just be like, just be. He is part of the group. Just be normal with him. But I also, as an adult, I'm like, yeah, but
mhm.
he did try to kill them like every season prior to this season.
Yeah.
Maybe I would
Yeah.
also not be nice to someone who killed me numerous times a year and then hung out. I don't know.
But he's changed, Ian.
And he's so hot though.
I know.
Olaf stomps in, and I love that Xander's like, "Aren't you doing anything?" And he's like, "I don't care." Like,
Yep.
When he's going to give him directions to the hospital, like for the babies. The way he turns to Xander and he's like, "What do you think? That the hospital is that the best place for that?"
So good.
yeah,
And that speaks to Spike's kind of chaotic neutral alignment where he's like, oh,
yeah.
someone asked me where to find babies to eat. I'm gonna tell them. Yeah.
This is where you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't hand them the babies. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I also love the combined Anya and Willow run in, and Anya's like, Xander, there's a troll. Willow saying, "Oh, I wish Buffy were here," and Buffy, Will, and Tara walking in, and
Yeah.
her saying, "I wish I had $1 million."
I wish I had $1 million.
Yeah. Just checking.
Yeah, I
And,
was.
that feels quintessential Willow.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I like that it's. I don't know. It's a little goofier than I don't know. I mean, Jane writes the goofy so well in this
Yeah.
universe, but it's like a little bit goofier, but it's also I don't know fun.
Mhm.
I actually
It's
kind of quoted this at Kim the other night, best friend Kim, because we're kind of watching the Globes together. Like we both had them on while we were doing other things. And 3 times in a row, when I was like, oh, I hope this person is the winner, that person was then announced as the winner. So when the next award was announced, she was like, which one are you going to pick? Which one's going to be the correct one? And I said, I'm picking Ian winning $1 million. And
Did you?
I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
What is it? Buffy and him fight. He knocks. All I could think of when Olaf like smashes that balcony, I was like, oh, that's a balcony where Spike is gonna finger bang Buffy next season.
Uh-huh.
One of her
Yeah.
friends. So he. Oh, I do love Spike when Buffy's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm helping. Like,
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
you want credit for not feeding on bleeding disaster victims? Well, yeah.
yeah. Duh. Yeah, I love it. Then we go back to the magic box because Olaf has left. Anya
Mhm.
and Willow. I do really like this scene.
Yeah.
They're kind of like talking through both of their issues, but like arguing until they're both like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They both kind of like argue to an understanding almost.
Yeah, they argue around the thing that there actually is the point, which
Mhm.
is something I think that is reserved for people who do become good friends. Usually, is that like you don't always get straight to like the point. You kind of will completely beat around the bush because you just don't want to say the thing. I think it's also because Willow probably also knows, being intellectual, she knows where she's wrong.
Mhm.
So it's like she doesn't want to go
Yeah.
like to the heart of the issue.
I
Right.
agree with that. Yeah. And I also like that we hear why, like, I mean, sometimes I'm a little bit like, but wouldn't Anya understand this better because she's been just like, I understand the like being human parts, but like she still navigated like relationship, like Halfrick is still a friend, and we see in season 6,
Right.
like
There is a little bit of inconsistency to the characterization of Anya in terms of what she does and doesn't understand about
Hmm.
human relationships. And I think that's another reason why I see her as someone with autism, because it's like, doesn't matter how much time you spend around people, some things are still very confusing to you.
Yeah.
And I speak from experience.
I
Also, this is
think
the reason why Anya's in the universe in the first place, because Xander cheated with Willow.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like the keystone of why why she's even there in the
I didn't
first
even
place.
think about that. You're right that like that's
Hmm.
why she is now newly human and strangely literal. Like,
Hmm.
and May, to your point, I think Sabrina said this when we were in season 7, how Halfrek exemplified that Anya was on the spectrum because Halfrek was able to be a demon and seemed to understand
Hmm.
like human interactions pretty like when she's like, who said it's hard to love you? Like, why would he say that?
Right.
Hmm.
And she's still a demon when she's saying that. So it's not like
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
and I think because I think it
I've
was
had people say that to me.
Yeah. I think selfless goes a long way to go towards that, because when we see her as a human form, she's still very in her Anya persona of saying odd things. That's why I love kind
Saying
of re.
odd
Oh,
things.
oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah,
Sorry, I can't resist a pun.
May
that's
loves a
so good.
pun. And I put in my notes here. I like that we get that Willow is jealous, and it's never that she's trying to steal him. It's just that she loves him and she has family love for him, which is a friend thing May and I both understand. That's like in my notes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's you have a deep investment in someone, and when they've been part of your life for so long, you still want the same
Yeah.
attention, affection, and especially time with them.
Yep.
Whether it's platonic or romantic or whatever, it's just
Yeah.
like when you have that deep connection with someone, you want that consistency. And when it changes because a new person comes into their life and they prioritize that person over you, yeah, I think it's okay to not feel great about that.
Hmm.
You have to communicate it though.
Yeah.
You have to clearly tell someone, hey, this thing is affecting me negatively. How can we work through this? And that's
Hmm.
just not what Willow's gonna do.
No. No, the Scoobies aren't known for that.
No.
That kind of
No.
communication.
Mm-mm. Unless they're
um
Anya.
right, yeah. Maybe Dawn.
Yes.
And I like the hello gay now line. I like that.
Hmm.
You mentioned Cordelia, which is I'm like, oh yes,
Mm,
Anya knows.
Cordy.
They Olaf bursts in, throws them over the counter. I like that everyone just like keeps it's like we go from set to set and everyone just eventually enters.
Hmm. Yeah, and everyone keeps trying to fight Olaf. And God, Xander trying to fight with Olaf, and Olaf going, "You fight well." And I'm like, does he?
Yeah.
Does he?
It's also like the bloodiest Xander gets from
Oh
like
yeah. The blood on his teeth. And I'm
yeah.
like, oh, he's
Yeah.
not okay. I mean, he got bonked on the head with the hammer.
The bob on the head is something I'm just like he should be dead.
Hmm.
Yes. Right. Olaf would have been able to be like tink and like snap him in half, I feel
Hmm.
like.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's the thing. He's just fucking around. Olaf
Yeah.
is like,
Hmm.
none of these people are actually
He's
a threat
playing,
to
yeah.
me. I'm
Yeah.
I'm just like having it. This is my evening workout routine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love
Yeah.
at least that they carry Xander's injury like forward,
Hmm.
in the next episode, so at least some of the kind of stakes or the weight of it feel.
Does he have a cast in the next episode? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, or
Yeah.
like a sling.
Hmm.
Okay. I do,
Yeah.
yeah, because and Anya gets that in the beginning of the season when she gets hit by Harmony's vamp that she has a sling.
Hmm.
I do appreciate when they carry over. Xander like fully gets his ass kicked because duh. And does he break? He breaks one of his fingers, doesn't he?
No, he
His
breaks his
arm or his
entire
hand.
wrist.
Wrist. Right. Right.
Yeah, which led me
He's
to
like,
being like, oh, my left wrist is in good shape. It can like bend the right way. And I try to do my right wrist and it's like it can only go that far. And I'm like, oh, I need to fix this.
I don't know that I
Yeah,
can do
see,
much.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Is it?
oh, that
Okay.
one go. Oh yeah, we're all just doing the
I know.
For
the, K- the
for
Kate
listeners
Blanchett.
who are not watching the video, we're all
Oh yeah,
doing T-Rex hands.
yeah.
Yes. Who has the
Ugh.
best T-Rex hands? Xander gives I feel like this is a very Buffy line of insane troll logic when he's like, pick one of
Mhm.
your women, I will kill. Um,
Yeah.
and I do think it's cute that the moment he's like, okay, then I'm going to kill you, that Anya and Willow both jump into action. Willow to do a spell, Anya to say, no, take me over him. I don't want you to kill him. And I'm
Mhm.
Yeah.
very like, I love this love. Like, this is nice.
I don't remember where the line comes in. I think it was a little earlier, but when Olaf says it was only one wench,
Yeah.
when he's talking about how Anya turned him into a troll after he cheated on her. Just
I,
so good.
what is it? Is it at the bronze when he's like, you really dated that troll? Or no, it's in the
Oh,
magic box here, right?
it happens both places.
Okay. Yeah. She's like, well,
He wasn't a troll at the time.
there's also, I mean, again, it's weird. The things the show is very good about being consistent with, and then the things the show is not. Because like the hammer is like wildly inconsistent,
Oh yeah, I mean like it's so heavy that just sitting on the glass breaks it, but then Giles can pick it up and use it to smash Ben's head.
and like,
Like
oh no, it's no, he doesn't pick it up. Remember, he
yeah, he
just
does.
like no, he just like chokes
Oh,
him.
that's right. He chokes him.
But
God, I
Mhm.
I don't know
Spike
why
can't
I
even
always
lift it.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
And but then, like we said, it bonks Xander on the head. If Spike can't even lift it, it should kill him if it hits him in the head.
Oh, 100%.
And like we're a little inconsistent with like when she's like the powers in his hammer. I mean, but then the show even jokes when Buffy's like, "Oh, it's in your hammer, huh?" And he's like, "Boop," and he like knocks her across the room.
yeah.
Um,
And Anya's like, "Oh, I forgot about all the troll
Full
strength."
yeah.
strength. So good.
Willow, Xander, and Anya cower behind the register. I love their little like Willow likes you too, but not in a sexy way. Like I like that they're like, we're good now. We like kind of rounded
Mhm.
that all up. Meh. They do the spell to send Olaf to a troll dimension.
He'll like it there. It's full of trolls.
Also, I have to say, I like pause this because I'm currently going to be working on the image after this episode. And I was like, what? I wanted to see what Anya's pants looked like. So I
Mhm.
paused it and zoomed in. Everyone's pants are so baggy in this scene. Everyone is wearing like the most ill-fitting
Mhm.
pants.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to choose a favorite outfit for this episode.
Because I thought Anya's pants were cute, but then I looked and I was like, ooh, those are so baggy and like they don't fit well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So
love that Olaf when Olaf calls Buffy minuscule blonde one. It's
So
just like it's
cute.
so funny.
Once upon a time, that could have been my nickname.
I've
I
never been. I wasn't even born minuscule.
I looked like Eddie Munster, but with blonde hair as a small baby because I had a really defined widow's peak. And I guess I had this like onesie that looked like a tuxedo and it had like a fake bow tie on it. So yeah, walking around looking like blonde Eddie Munster.
that's really fucking cute.
That is a cute look. I was like Uncle Fester, like baby Uncle Fester. That was
Oh, well, you're very handsome now, so it's okay.
yeah.
um Anya mentions the different dimensions. She mentions a world without shrimp. And Tara is so cute when she's like, there's a world without shrimp. I'm allergic. Like I don't know, it's so cute.
Yeah.
It's another one of those perfect little silly beats that is so in line with Tara's character, so in line with the sense of humor of the show, where it's like, yeah, of course someone who's allergic to shrimp is going to be excited about that. It means they never have to worry about having an
Yep.
anaphylactic reaction.
Right. I do like that when Buffy's like, and we got the hammer and puts it on the counter and then it immediately shatters. Buffy cries about everyone being good and together and alive. Then we end on the house. Buffy, Giles, and Joyce.
I wrote down, don't talk about shit that involves a person who you don't want to hear it without making absolutely sure that they can't hear you.
Right?
Like, come on. You've been keeping the supernatural secrets of this town for years now, and you don't know better than to be like, Why aren't they at Giles having this meeting? Why aren't they
Hmm.
outside or something? Why are they in the dining room in the house where Dawn currently is?
Is yeah. It
Yeah.
would make
Just
sense if they were
stupid.
like, oh, Dawn's at her friend's house and they didn't know, and she like came in the back door and then heard. But like, yeah, they so often this season are like, well, Dawn can't find out about this thing about her, and Dawn's like, what?
Yeah, I love that all of that they've done all season so far doesn't go anywhere.
It really
Like
doesn't.
Dawn doesn't know anything that they're saying, but there's always this like implication that she knows there's something going on, and it's like she's listening. It's like she either has really bad hearing or she just doesn't care. And I think even like I actually didn't think there was enough of a beat. I would have liked for Giles and Joyce to have a moment, but I think he's just like,
Yeah,
oh, does your mom know about it now? It's like I don't think there was enough. Like, oh yeah, my mom.
yeah.
Fucks.
No, I agree.
That's one of my favorite moments in season five in general. So I know it's in a previous
Hmm.
episode when Joyce realizes and she talks to Buffy about it.
Hmm.
I cry every time I watch that. So I just kind of wish there had been a bit more
Hmm.
of that. But
Yeah. Yeah. I was on for listening to Fear, which is when Joyce and Buffy have that conversation. And like, it was funny because Ian thought it was going to be kind of a like whatever episode, but who was on with us for that? I can't
I
remember.
don't remember.
But we were both so on board with like the importance of that
mhm,
episode and especially that scene.
Yeah,
So I totally understand what you mean. It would have been nice to have kind of a compliment to that.
mhm.
Michael Verratti. That's who it was.
Oh yeah, it was Michael who's guesting on my podcast this week. Very
Nice.
excited.
So yeah, we close out the episode with like they Tony, you're right. It is weird they do this so many times where it's like Dawn is right there, but then she doesn't
It doesn't
know.
go anywhere.
Yeah. Because she doesn't find out till blood ties when she like reads the diary or whatever. Um
But she knows that
Something, yeah.
something is up, that they know it and that they're keeping it from her. And
Hmm.
that's just shitty. You know, again, it speaks to the lack of direct communication that everyone on the show has fallen into this dynamic where they don't know how to tell people things.
So they just
Hmm.
don't, yeah. It's like, well, that's a lot of emotional labor, so we're just not going to do it. You would, I feel like at the very least, Joyce should have known better as like a mom who had already raised a teenager. Like,
Hmm.
oh well, this younger teenager is gonna want to know what the adults are talking about. But now that we're at the end, there's no real good trivia for this episode. Just a lot of I wrote down like, oh, that this is a callback to that, but we literally talked about every one of them. So, um, favorite scene, May.
I think my favorite scene is Dawn being insightful with Buffy
Hmm.
for all the reasons I said before. It's a really nice moment for her character. It's a really nice moment of connection for her and Buffy. And it's really helpful for anyone who's dealing with the loss of relationship to hear, which,
Hmm.
Yeah,
I empathize a lot with Buffy in this episode, especially right now. Yeah, I really enjoy that scene.
Tony.
I love the scene in the magic box when it's still Tara, Anya because oh my, I can't speak. Sorry, Tara, Willow, and Anya. Because I just love the line when Anya calls Willow a burglar. I just
Hmm.
yeah, coming in the middle of daytime burglar. I just love that whole scene.
Tony, I love that I can see your dog, and every once in a while when the eyes hit the light.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, there she is.
Yeah. Do you have a pug? Is she a pug?
She's a pug Shih Tzu cross. She
Oh.
does the creepy. I'll try and block her out.
No, because pugs have the big eyes. I used to take pictures
Yeah,
of my dog all the time back when I had like film cameras, and so often his eyes would develop in the film like demon eyes, just to just be
yeah,
like it's deadlight eyes all lit up. I guess it's just because they have bigger eyes. I think my favorite scene. I think I genuinely didn't write anything down because there's like four that I love so much. Beat wise, I just love the beat of I wish Buffy were here. I'm here. I wish I had $1 million. That's like is
yeah,
so good. But I think like full scene, it would be Anya and Willow in the car, I think.
yeah.
But this episode has a lot of good ones. But not a lot of good of these. Favorite outfit, Tony?
Oh, I do like Buffy's last outfit when it's like the kind of pink and yellowy,
Yeah.
shimmery whole like yeah, she just
Yeah,
looks so
that's
good
cute.
with her hair as well and those two little
Hmm.
flipped under. Yeah, she just
Is there a
is.
name for those buns? I forget. Like it's like kind of like two buns, but like
It's
not.
it's like space buns but down low, which is
Yeah.
kind of what
Yeah.
I do like after I've washed my hair. I had it up like that yesterday.
I
I
always
don't know
think
what
that
it's
looks cute.
called though.
Okay. I didn't know if, there might not
Yeah.
be a name for it, but I always think it looks cute.
Yeah.
May, what was your favorite outfit?
I mean, not the whole outfit because we already talked about Anya's pants, but that polka dot blouse that's like
The top is
maroon
cute. Yes.
and with like the light pink polka dots. I love that. It's so cute, and especially paired with her hair and that kind of light pink lipstick she has on. It's just, she looks gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think that outfit is like a memorable Anya outfit. Like I think of that
Mm.
outfit on Anya, those like colors. But
Hmm.
Tony, I agree with you. I really like Buffy in that like pink and yellow, whatever, with her hoops and the little space buns. And she looks cute. What grade do we give this episode? I'm gonna go first. I give it an A. May, what grade do you give it?
Yeah, I give it an A. I think that for being a non-substantive episode of the show, it's doing everything that I want Buffy to do.
Agreed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Tony?
I'm going to give it an A as well. I think this actually also, I'll go as far to say, would be a great intro episode for people who don't watch Buffy to get an idea of like the humor and the action
I can
and
see that.
everything. Yeah,
If
I
people
love it.
if people still like, oh, I happened to see a random episode on TV, this would be a good one that like, oh, you've never seen this show,
Yep.
but there's a random episode on TV, you like catch it. Not that that ever happens anymore, because I don't think it does. Thank you both for joining me. Thank you all for listening. You're listening to this on the Patreon, so you know where to find me. But May, where can everyone find you and your podcast?
You can find me on Letterboxd and Blue Sky at Everson Poe. You can find my music on Bandcamp, Ampwall, and streaming services. Everson Poe, two separate words. I got an email last night that my records
Ah,
finally shipped. So pre-orders will actually be up soon for vinyl. I'm so fucking excited. And you can hear me podcasting on Tender Subject, talking about body horror and cannibalism, and my main podcast, Pleasers and Punishers.
and Tony, where can everyone find you and your Buffy podcast?
You can find us absolutely everywhere you get your podcasts, all bronze, no brains, all one word on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere,
All the places.
all the
Um,
places.
well, thank you both for joining me. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.